Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Smith here, the amputee cyclist, but amputee walker today. I'm not riding my bike because it's just so slick. But today is Wednesday, I think January 27th or 8th. But yeah, I'm just out here walking with my walking leg, and I've got my trekking poles right here. And the roads are just still, you know, it's Wednesday and kids can't go to school, and they probably won't get to go to school tomorrow. It's not freezing at the moment, I don't think, but the roads are still covered with ice and snow. And because the sun is out, what's happening is it's really packing the snow down and making the surface slick. So I've decided not to even ride my bike on this, but I am gonna walk to the downtown area. I'm gonna take a long walk, and y'all are welcome to join me. If I were you, I'm gonna be going so slow. YouTube has the option. I'm uploading this video to YouTube, but my videos end up everywhere, like TikTok and Instagram and all kinds of platforms that I don't even know about, because some of my videos, they are highly viral with some of them over 20 million views, multiple videos like that. But this one shouldn't be that viral just because I don't foresee anything unusual happening, but I never foresee the unusual things that do happen. So if you'd like to join me, what I would suggest doing is speeding up the rate of your video. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can double the speed or maybe even quadruple the speed. Speed it up ×4, because I'm walking very slowly. But yeah, there goes somebody going pretty fast. He could easily lose traction, but they probably have four-wheel drive. There just aren't a whole lot of people out. But yeah, I'm gonna walk and just record as I walk. I'm putting my cycling helmet where I have my camera mounted on my head, and we're just gonna walk this. So probably won't talk a whole lot. So if you wanna just see what it's like, this is the best way to do it, to come with me. All right, let's go on foot. When I go on foot, I mean go on one foot. I don't mean go on feet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yep, gotta get this helmet back on properly. Okay, I'm holding my big old fat glove in my hand, trying to talk and hold these trekking poles at the same time and the camera. So here we go. Yeah, there's a car. It looks like it may have two-wheel drive. They're making it, but you see how slick it is? I mean, it's going real well for those people as we see them drive by. But the problem is that if you hit a slick spot, which there are many, and you've only got two-wheel drive and those two back wheels start spinning, there's no getting out of that. So not just a whole lot of people out here. Going down Dixon Street, all the little animal tracks in the snow, cats, and a few people walking up and down the sidewalks. You know, the last 2 or 3 days, all these footprints that have accumulated are still here. Looks like most people have been walking on the other side of the street. I can see some footprints there, but there just hadn't been a whole lot of pedestrian traffic, and most of the automobile traffic has been right here on this road. Friendly people smiling and waving at me. I think I recognize that guy, but not 100% sure, but he waved at me. On 4-Line Street, we got St. Mary's Church way up there. The steps up there at St. Mary's Church are so covered with snow that there's just, you can't even see the steps. It's like it's a ramp. A ramp, a hill you could just sled down instead of steps. Yeah, I've always got mild allergies this time of year, seems like, so forgive me for clearing my throat, but that's what I gotta do to keep up with that drainage. Mild drainage from allergies that I've got going on. A lot of people there. I know a few people who are real sick right now because some bug going around. Maybe it's the flu. So I'm very blessed to just have some mild allergies. But yeah, this walk, we're gonna go downtown. I've got to make some trips to conduct some business down there, but in the course of doing business, I decided to just film this unique time, you know, because I don't want to drive and I don't want to ride my bike, but walking with these trekking poles is pretty safe for me. Yeah, they're taking it slow and easy. She is taking it slow and easy. You got to, like right here, see how the sun beats down on this? That's real slick right there. Got to have these poles keep that traction going. Yeah. Oh, we can see some grass peeking out from the snow right here. Ooh, heard that ice break under my foot. Yeah, real slick right here. These intersections, you can really go sliding because it's slick and you got to make a change in direction. Where is the curb and where is the street? I don't know, but you're gonna have to walk in the street. See, the cars are taking it slow right here. Yeah. My camera sits real high up on top of my helmet, so I gotta bend down. Look at all that snow in front of the nativity scene. Okay, I gotta watch my footing here. Looks like somebody was able to get out of their driveway right here recently. Okay, and this person's about to get out of their driveway. But I've got to really watch it on this slope. All these driveways are sloped. Make it a real challenge for the cars to get in and out. You see how that ice forms right there? Try to go up the driveway and just start peeling out. But one of the things that inspired me to just go ahead and put my helmet on and record my walk is just how many people are asking how the roads are on all these social media websites. People just, that's all they do. It's just over and over again. How are the roads? What do the roads look like? How are the roads? And nobody's posting videos, or very few. So this one, it's just going to be so long that if you really want to, if you're stuck in your house, afraid to go, oh, there's somebody waving frantically at me. That's pretty neat. I guess I'm a pretty recognizable person, you know, especially with this helmet on. But I'm not walking very often, so. But yeah, if you want to know what the roads are like, just come with me. And if you're stuck in your home and you don't want to get out in a vehicle, just like I don't want to get out in a vehicle, then come with me and let's see the roads for ourselves. Come with me on this walk. Walk on your personal trainer in your home and turn this on your TV. And this is going to be on the internet for a long time, for years to come. So it's just a documentation of this point in time in the history of Gainesville, Texas. And so I'm gonna see if I can't find out exactly what time it is for y'all. Pull out my phone and check. It's 10:40 and today's date is January 28th, 2026. So yeah, we're documenting what it's like on January 26th in Gainesville, Texas. All right, now I'm putting the trekking poles back down. Man, so slick. It's just the slickness is all on the road. You can see the reflection, the glare from the sunlight hitting that ice. And I mean, it's just not worth it, y'all, to get out on it if you can help it, because the chances are really good that you're just going to start spinning. Those back wheels are just going to start spinning. Interesting. These people have a tent with a skeleton sitting on a chair and a bunch of chairs. It's like a Halloween setup, but it's not Halloween. It's January 28th. All right. So walking around here. Just walking down the road. The truck's getting kind of slow. Hello, how are you doing today? That's good. Yeah, it's a little chilly, but I mean, I'm wearing my shorts, so it's not that bad. Yeah, I try to pan my screen away from the kids because I don't want to include children in my videos if I can help it, just because it's never good without parental consent, and that wasn't my plan to film anything really other than walking down the public road, the public sidewalk. So that's the point of this video, is to see what it's like on the roads. And you can film adults driving down the road, but that's kind of the extent of anybody I really want to put in the video, the extent of the presence of anyone. I mean, that's my goal, is to not get out here and film people, but to just film the environment. But we might meet some people that want to talk and be on video. It just depends on the situation. I never know. This is live as it's happening for me. Yeah, I'm getting along pretty well on foot, you know, with these trekking poles, but you can see these drivers all going slow. They're waving at me. They're all waving at me, so that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting that y'all are all waving at me, drivers, but y'all need to keep your eyes on the road, especially when they're all in a row like that, because if one stops, the other one stops behind them, they're just going to slide into the back of the next one. There's no stopping that momentum when you're on that ice. Yep. Oh, this is real slick right here, real slick. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Boy, my foot just almost went out from under me. There's my buddy over there, Mr. Medlock, neighbor. And then we got the First Church of Christ here. Buildings like this, some of these buildings collapse because of the weight of the snow on the roof. Not this one in particular, but like horse barns that are built in a similar fashion. Relatively flat roofs. Some of those metal buildings have collapsed. The roofs have collapsed. Carports, a lot of carports around town. Haven't seen any of those right here yet that I've noticed, but oh, we got some people on bikes. Now, they've got, one of them is on a fat bike. Yeah, okay, they're both e-bikes, electric bikes. So maybe I should have ridden my bike. The guy with the fat bike in front, he's got the bigger tires though, much better traction. So I probably could have ridden my bike just based on that, but it's just something that, you know, I've already done, and I like to get out and walk too sometimes. You know, it's not all about getting places on the bike for me. I do have a good artificial walking leg that I built myself too, just like I built the cycling leg, this walking leg. I built it. It's like a pirate leg. It's made out of wood and metal, different materials that I decided to use to build it from you know, I built it from scratch, really. I just decided, okay, every little decision with this leg and every bit of it, all the fabrication and design, 100% done by me. So it's good for walking, it really is, and I'm proving that right now. we are making progress, making good progress. But I'm telling you, it really is slick. My feet have, if I didn't have these two trekking poles, my butt would have already hit the ground by now, because my feet have tried to slide out from under me. And that's happening mainly right here at these intersections where you can see the snow and ice. The snow has been packed down so much, melted just enough to then refreeze and turn to ice. And that's what you've got right here, is ice, slippery ice. So you can see what's happening is people, you know, they get out on the road, but then they've got to stop somewhere like here and then go out, and then they start spinning. And then look, see how that's ice again? It's already ice. That's what's happening. People are spinning out, packing it down, turning it, making it even more slick than it was before they initially passed over that section of ground. Ice. See that slipperiness? You can tell they peel out. So they peel out and then they leave, and then the area they peel out on becomes slick ice. But I'm telling you, right here where, oh, my foot just slid out from under me just on regular ground like this. See, this is just, see how I can't even keep my foot still, and I've got to have these trekking poles on the ground, but my feet are just sliding out from under me. These trekking poles are the only things keeping me up, keeping me from falling. So the ground we're walking on is just ice. It looks like snow, and it started out as snow, but it is slick ice. So I'm very glad I didn't come out here on my bicycle. I would have busted it by now. Doing it just the way it needs to be done. You can't do it like this, don't do it at all. Yeah, there's people out here on the road, but I'm telling you, these people have four-wheel drive. And that big dually right there, four-wheel drive. That means even with four-wheel drive, it's risky. Even with four-wheel drive, you may have all four wheels spinning out. But definitely with only rear-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, you don't want just two little contact points on this for a vehicle that weighs several tons or over a ton. Yep. Oh, yeah. Real slick right here. Just real slick. Got to get that bite from these trekking poles. The trekking poles got a tip that can bite into these bite into this ice. It'll give me some traction. Yep. Conducting my business. If I lived out in the country, I definitely would invest in a four-wheel drive vehicle like a Jeep or a truck with rear and front drive. But living in town, everything is so close that's really not a necessity. So we've got a skid loader up there. I don't know what they're doing, but I do know this is a really slick intersection. So I'm gonna go across it. You got people coming up from behind, from the left, way over there on the right. But yeah, we're just walking across what you would have to deal with if you came into town. And some of it is really slick. I'm making it across. Yeah, look at that guy. He's got a skid loader. I don't know where he's working, but I guarantee that's for shoveling snow. That bucket on the front's for moving snow. Yep. Yep. People are looking at me funny because I've got, well, it may be because I've got one artificial leg. It may be because I'm wearing shorts. I'm not sure, but definitely getting a lot of funny looks. And maybe it's just because people have been in the house so long, they want to wave at another person they haven't been looking at over the last few days. But you know, wearing the shorts, I'm telling you that I feel perfectly fine. Like, I'm not cold at all. The sun is beating down and it feels just fine, you know, for wearing shorts. I wouldn't want to wear long pants right now. I would feel hot if I was doing that. So but yeah, you know, you can see my naked leg here. It's just fine, just fine. Yeah, that Jeep is spinning out, but it's got the 4-wheel drive. And this whole road right here is just slick as can be, slick as can be. It's a dangerous time because you've been cooped up so long. You've run through your rations in your pantry and your refrigerator, and you're ready to get out and go to the store. But I'm telling you, right now is the most dangerous time, and the reason for that is the ice is still here, and it's slicker than ever before. So I'm gonna walk across right here. We got a truck coming there. He wants to turn, but I'm gonna go out in front of him because he's going slow, and I know where I'm going. But yeah, they've got some sand on the ice, but it's still, ooh, it's real slick, real slick. Yes sir, it is slick. Yes ma'am. Slick as goose poop, as they would say. The old timers would say. So I don't want to get up there on that sidewalk, but you can see how deep it is. You know, you just don't, you're walking on top of it, you don't realize how buried the surface is. Yeah, so now, you know, it's actually not too bad right here, but then you hit where the sun's touching, and oh my goodness. Ah, yeah, it's slippery. It's just not quite ready to melt like it should yet. When it does, we're going to start seeing streams of water in the gutters, but right now we can't even see the curbs, much less the gutters. So it is not there yet, not where it needs to be. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, I gotta get across all this mess. The traffic has really made it slick, as I've said multiple times, but I'm just watching each little imperfection and talking about them as I traverse. Now look at this. This is all real slick, really slick. So I'm just gonna walk across it and get where I need to go. Oh yeah, right here, my goodness. That is just pure slickness. You know, you come to town on your vehicle, you want to go to the bank, and then you end up sliding on this. What a mess. Yeah, I'm telling you, right here particularly, I would not be standing upright without these trekking poles. So don't get out here and do this right now. Wait till it clears up more. Don't do what I'm doing. All right. Yep, they've got some salt on the sidewall. You can tell that, but it's only thawing out a small portion of what really needs to be thawed out.
You're pretty tall, man.
Yeah, I'm 6'7", pretty tall. 2 meters, 6'7" and 3/4. All right. Hello. Alright, so I'm gonna leave my trekking poles right here, my gloves, and conduct my business. So I'm gonna turn off the camera once I pass this, and then I'll turn it back on again.
Well, be careful out there.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright. Putting my gloves back on. And my trekking poles. Alright, let's go on to the next place. Okay. So, we can just head off across the driveway, or we can use a little bit of salted sidewalk is available and then get on the slipperiness. All right, there's our last step of concrete before we step back on snow. All right, so there's no curve here, but we could just sled on down. Ugh. Oh, so slippery, so slippery. Man, people got to do their banking, and those ladies, the bank ladies were talking about their drive and how slippery it was for them getting here, dangerous. So you heard it from the people doing it. And it is slippery. Yep. All right, so just gonna walk down California Street. Oh. All right, so it's just pure snow on the other side, but we've got a little concrete right here. So I'm gonna take advantage of that and walk on this concrete. Oh my gosh, I gotta be careful, snow and stuff falling down. Yeah, if you can avoid risking it, avoid risking it. Even streets like this are slick. It's just, you see this person driving, throwing up some slush. But it's only slush right in that little divot where all the wheels are going, and otherwise it's ice. Got the mail carrier up there shoveling the snow. So, I'm gonna go up here to the post office and mail a letter, but he is parked on pure ice. Oh my goodness. Oh, golly. Pure ice, slippery ice. Turns the ice right here, so I'm using these poles, All right. Making it. Yeah. Great work. It feels like stepping on land from after being in the ocean or something, you know? Yeah. All right, here we are. Here we go.
Thank
you. Post office is open. Thank the Lord. That's why we're here. A letter here. Mail my letter.
It'll be a minute.
Do you have any tape that I can seal this letter a little better with? I'd like to put a little tape on it just so it doesn't come open and stuff doesn't fly out while it's in transit. They're getting their passports. That's what you do right there. You get your picture taken, a passport made. Yep, just mailing it.
Okay.
All right, well, have a nice day. Thank you. All right. Okay, so how do I get home? Do we want to go back the same way or a different way? I think we'll go back a different way to make it a little more interesting. Well, they made the handicap accessible ramp pretty accessible, yeah, to this point. But then at this point, it becomes ice. So we're gonna go this way because that's the direction I need to go. Yeah, you know, if I went down, I think I'll actually turn back and go back down California Street because that's where you're gonna see the most traffic. It's right there on California Street, and I'm gonna have the easiest time of walking these curbs. And what I'm gonna do is walk across to the other side of the street, and we're gonna get a view from the other side. And I'm gonna walk back to the courthouse and then turn right and head back in the direction of home. Yeah, we've got this nice handicap accessible ramp here, and they'll get us to the street. The post office will get us to the street. Hit this button here, and I'll just go when there's an opening. Oh, look at that. Look how he's peeling out. She's peeling out a little bit. Traction's not easy. All right, now we'll go across. But you can see there's just two little areas where you can feel the street. Right here and here. And then up here on this side, right here and here. And that's where people are sticking to, and that's how they're able to drive. But there's still, like right over there, it's pure ice. So they're still sliding around. They get going on that concrete or paved surface, and then all of a sudden they hit the ice, and that's when they start peeling out, which I saw someone do right there. And I need to go this way though. All right. The barber shop looks like it's open. It is open. But like right here in the shade, that's where it's ice, in the shade right there. But then on the other side of the street where the sun's hitting, it's actually thawed out enough to create two little double tracks for your wheels to be on. But see, this person's driving real cautiously because they are on pure ice right there, pure ice. They hit the brakes right now, they would just go sliding, pure sliding. Whoa, my feet almost slid out from under me just now. So I'm, you know, right here it's slanted, and it's like I'm on a slope. So this is actually the wrong side of the road to be walking because of this slope and the hardness of the ice. But I can make it. I can make it with these trekking poles, and that's what I'm doing. Very slippery right here. on the south side of the street. So right here, it's just pure slickness, and then right there, I guarantee it's pure slickness in front of me. So I'm putting these things in the ground. Bam, bam, bam. Ooh, whoa. Foot, artificial foot started slipping. So this is definitely a more challenging side of the road to be on. If you have the choice, walk on the other side of Grand. Walk on the north side, not the south side today. It's just pure slickness, but when it becomes a slope like it is in certain areas, then it's just, you cannot keep traction with your feet. So I'm trying to walk here on the top of this little embankment and use the trekking poles. Get a little more traction, because if gravity has its way at all and you're on a slope, well then you're going down that slope on this pure slickness. If gravity has its way, you're on the slope over here, it's just bam, no traction. Your butt, contact with the ground, broken hip, torn ACL, all kinds of problems. So you don't want that. Yes, I'm actually safer if I get down this slope, down right here. Yes, right here. Right there on that hill, you got water falling, and it's just slick. It's just as slick as it can be right there. So instead of walking that, I'm walking this. Right there, I can see my reflection. It's my reflection there. You see what I look like. Got my 2 trekking poles and camera mounted up top. Yeah, they are definitely on the slick side of the street. They're almost busted it again. Yes. People making it. So y'all are definitely on the slick side of the street.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I
actually got stuck over there just a second ago.
Oh, really?
Because of the sun melting it.
Yeah, yeah.
I had better parking over here, but they said that they're about to come grade it.
Okay.
So I had to move out of the way.
They are going to grade it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's neat.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Can I include you in my YouTube video?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, awesome. I appreciate it.
What it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I just put it on my Outdoor Smiths YouTube channel. I'm exploring and showing what the roads are like today, January
the highway's wonderful.
28th, 2026. Yeah, the highway is wonderful. I haven't been on the highway.
Yeah,
so.
it's completely clear, at least from Gainesville to, like, if you're going to Windstar.
Yeah, I noticed that online. People just keep asking how are the roads, so I figured
you got to be on them to know.
Yeah, I had to conduct some business, but I decided to use my trekking poles and walk, and my feet have still slid out from under me multiple times. Without these poles, I would have fallen.
This spot right here in particular is very slick.
Yeah, it's like that over there on the other side of the street too. So yeah, people, you heard it from the horse's mouth. It's very slick on these sidewalks. But
well, there's underground vapes and
okay, yeah, underground vapes.
Be open for everybody today.
Yeah, awesome. Underground vapes is open for everybody today. Thank you. Yeah, Outdoor Smiths YouTube channel. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bye-bye. All right, we're outdoor smithing. Out. Underground vapes. Hills Cafe there. Clearing it out for the customers too at Hills Cafe. See how hard that is? That's just pure ice, isn't it? Pure ice.
Pure ice.
Well, hard to get rid of. I love the cat snowcat right there.
Thank you.
Who made that?
My friend, she's inside.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I gotta worry about falling. Constantly worry about falling. On this side of the street, I've almost busted it. At at least 10 times since I've started walking on this side of the street. All right. Yeah, it's not too bad. Right here we got sand on top of it, sand and salt, that's why. But now all of a sudden the sand and salt stops. But where the look at that, look how it's backed up like that, it's crazy. But you can tell that where there's sun right now, actually it's not that bad. But once you hit the shade, then it hardens up like ice. It is ice. So now I'm already starting to feel that slickness, my feet giving out from under me. And then now that I'm on this slope, it's just real hard. It's just really hard to gain any traction on this slope. So this is a dangerous place to be. But I'm gonna sit here and watch people for a little while. So the people on the right side of the road over there, the north side, are better off than this lady right here. She's on pure ice. And I'm on pure ice because I'm in the shade. All right. You see my reflection here. Got my poles, you can see them in the reflection. Yeah. Nice people waving at me. Just such a concentrated group of people all of a sudden. You know, it's been pretty sparse, and then all of a sudden it's just, isn't that just the way on the road that you see people all together a lot of times? You won't see anybody forever, and then all of a sudden you see one person and it's a swarm of people. So that's what I'm seeing right now, is a swarm of people. Oh my goodness, this is just, I'm telling you right now, that's what's happening. You know, I put my foot down and it does that, it just bam. And so I got these poles, and without them this wouldn't be possible, especially for me, you know, because if I had two real legs, then maybe I'd have some bit of control. But with the artificial leg, it drops down to half, and you need 100% to not fall. So these trekking poles are compensating for that missing limb with 4 contact points instead of 2. But I've got one very low quality contact point, and that is the artificial foot. Real foot's a high quality contact point with core traction. And then the trekking poles, they've got good traction. They're just small contact points with good traction. There's our Confederate statue right there. Some people call it a division statue. I'm not going to weigh in, but there it is. Oh my goodness. So slick, so slick. Don't let these people give you a false sense of security. It ain't. It is not worth it, folks. These people are, they're making it, but like you can see on that truck, FX4, that means 4-wheel drive. FX4 off-road, that means it's made for this. If your car is not made for this, just don't worry. Just hold out a little longer. You may have to hold out a few more days though at the rate it's going. The rate the thaw is happening. It's thawing really slowly. All right, I think I'm gonna cross right here. Hit this button. Hit this button right here and cross. Oh man, okay, I'm not gonna cross yet. I wanna show you all the snowplow. We got a snowplow coming. I think I'll cross this way so that I can show you the snowplow. Super icy right here, super icy. But yeah, we've got a snowplow coming and it's gonna do some good. The guy at Underground Vapes, he said one was coming, so I'm guessing it'll start plowing before it gets quite to them. Look at this plow. Oh my gosh, it's spraying a liquid. I gotta stand back so I don't get the liquid on me. But it's spraying a liquid, and he's slowing down because he knows I see it. Let me well, you just come on. You come on. Well, shit. Okay. I'm gonna go across if I can, but I'm not getting the okay, I don't have the light. Now he does. So there he goes. He's spraying a liquid. Texas Department of Transportation, he gave me the thumbs up. See that liquid? He stopped it just for me, I guess, or for that guy. But see the liquid coming out? He's got control of what, now it's coming out. He's got control, full control. So he stopped spraying it there for a second so it wouldn't get on us, but it's some kind of salty solution. And this guy, he's taking a risk because he's got his hands in his pockets and he's talking to himself. Oh, he put his thumb down, so I guess he can hear me talking. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna get across now, and I got to take it slow because it is slippery. Oh, pretty darn slippery. Sounded like her car shut off. Her engine stopped. So I haven't had to push. Okay, she started it up again. I haven't had to push anybody out of the ice just yet, but so there we are. That was California Street. That's where all the traffic is, the majority of it in town. Now we're on Commerce Street. And I've got quite a ways to walk, and y'all are welcome to continue joining me. The sunny side of the street is not quite as bad, and on Commerce Street here, both sides of the street are sunny, so I could walk on either side and probably be fine. It's still pure ice, but it's not as slick as the stuff that's in the shade. Nice little stretch of concrete here. Yeah, somebody's been out here shoveling the snow. It's made a difference. You can tell they've been shoveling because it doesn't go from this ice this thick to concrete by itself. Broadway Street. Huh. So this person in the van up ahead just gave a ride to the lady that was walking down the middle of the street, so that's nice of them. But I'm gonna get right here in this dip in the curve because you can find a low point. The low point in this dip's pretty flat, and if you were to fall in either direction, you wouldn't fall as far or slide at all, you know, downhill, as opposed to like if you were on the top, the apex part of a hill. Like up here, you can fall and slide down the steps. You already start out at the bottom here. You don't have much further down you can go if you were to fall. So yeah, boy, look how they're going slow. They're just on that ice and they don't want to go sliding around, so that's smart, taking it slow like that if you're going to be out in this like that. I'm good.
Are you okay, honey?
Oh yeah, I'm great. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Do you like fruit? What? I sell fruit.
Fruit? Well, I don't have any money on me right now, but I smell it. It smells good. Yeah.
Well, if you're ever interested, I take cash, credit, debit, checks, and cash out.
Yeah, if I had some money in my pocket, I'd buy some fruit from you right now, but I don't, so.
Maybe later.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't carry cash in my pocket, so I should though. I should, because, well, at least on my bike rides I should, because I end up so far away from civilization sometimes, and then I find one little gas station and then I want to eat and I'm hungry and I don't have anything with me. So, Los Mariachis, they've been open through all of this. Man, look how tough that is. It's like the ice is just stuck to the concrete. You're doing a good job though, working hard. It'll melt soon after you do that, expose it. Yep. At least he's making it a lot thinner. And then it's so thin that you can, like the sunlight starts beating down, it darkens the color when you scrape it down almost to the concrete. Then the sun can actually reach the concrete and heat it up, and then it just quickly melts what's on the surface. Whereas if you didn't do that, it'd be covered with white snow and just reflect all the light and never get a chance, the sun would never get a chance to heat up the concrete. You tell they've been doing shoveling right here. This old auto parts store that I guess, boy, they're going fast. Yeah, this auto parts store, it's been open all my life and I just now noticed it's not. It's probably been closed down a while, but I just never go there for auto parts, which is probably one of the reasons it's closed. Waved. Okay, when I was walking to downtown, I was walking on that road over there. You can see an ambulance. I was walking on Dixon Street, and now walking back, I'm walking on a parallel street. This street of Commerce Street right now. Interesting how they've got a fire hydrant like right in the middle of the sidewalk here. It's not very handicap accessible, is it? The city didn't think that one out, or if they did, they weren't very nice to the handicapped folks, were they? Hard to get a wheelchair around a narrow, around a fire hydrant on a narrow sidewalk. Hey there. You doing all right? That's good. I hope it stays that way. This stuff's real thick and slick in the shade.
Yeah.
Now, it isn't that somebody shoveled this, it's that there's an overhang. So it just never was here to begin with. All right, normally we would have steps right here, but see how sloped it is? This is a pure slope. So I'm gonna try to get down it. All right, made it. Getting across this slick intersection. Getting right out here in the middle of it because it's not sloped in the middle. I need to look behind me, make sure nobody's coming up behind me. So I'll just walk in the middle of this street for a while if I can. Walk on either side and you're walking on a slope. Walk in the middle and you're walking on flat, relatively flat ground. And when it's all slippery and you've got gravity working against you, this is the best place to be. A lot of people have chains on their tires too. You can tell right here, this tire had a chain on it. Nobody coming from behind. We got a car moving fairly rapidly right up here. I'm gonna get up here on the sidewalk just because I don't want them to lose control and to plow into me. All right, I'll get back down into the street. Looks like they're stuck. Nobody coming up from behind, but it is real slippery here. Yeah. A lot of people are in that situation where they can't even get their cars moving. Break it out of the ice so you can go slide around on the ice. But you know, we saw a lot of traffic on California Street, but to get to California Street you gotta get down these roads, and you're not seeing a whole lot of cars on these roads. So watching people drive on California Street can give you a false sense of security, because the very few people who are out on the road are all right there. And well, it looks like there's a lot of them. There's really every single one of them has made some kind of sacrifice to get there, whether that be buying four-wheel drive or just needing to do something like be a nurse to get to the hospital or something like that. We got the same deal over there. The guy, he's got a jack. He's lifting up the front end and the back end of his car so he can get all the ice around the wheels out of there so he can start moving. But will that be an ultimate good decision? Will that be a good decision in this, under these conditions? I don't know. I fear that what will happen is he'll get 10 feet down the road and then start peeling out. Barking dogs. Good doggies, good doggies, good doggies. Look at how the snow is piled up on the front porch of that house. Snow and sleet. It's mainly sleet. What happened was it sleeted. We got a real thick layer of sleet and then we got a thin layer of snow on top of the sleet. Oh my gosh, foot just slipped out from under me again. Can't tell you how important these trekking poles have been and continue to be for my mobility. These two trekking poles. Shoveling his car out of there. Just not seeing pavement anywhere under this snow. It's not peeking out from the ice anywhere. Walking with these trekking poles works. Riding with a bicycle in these conditions, it's the next best thing. But I don't trust it under these conditions enough to do it. It'd be very dangerous to ride a bicycle, and then with running, you know, I've got a specialized running leg. And I wouldn't want to do that in this snow. It just doesn't have the traction. Plus, I'm not set up to use the trekking poles and that at the same time, the artificial running leg. So walking is where I can be the most careful when I'm using these trekking poles. Have 4 contact points with the ground. And even in a car, you know, you've got 4 contact points, but you don't have power unless you got the 4-wheel drive. You only have power in 2 contact points with 2-wheel drive, and so those 2 wheels start spinning, you're not moving. Whereas this walking, you're not going to spin. You're walking, navigating the terrain, using power in every single contact point. Trekking poles allow focused contact, resulting in magnified traction. And then right here in the shade, see how it's slick like that? Put your foot down, bam, fall on your butt. Only the pole's keeping me up, stabilizing me enough to not fall and bust it. Nobody coming up from behind. Ooh, slipping. Slip sliding around. Slip sliding around, slip sliding around. all over town. I'm slip sliding around. I'm slip sliding around. All right, we've made a lot of progress. I haven't tracked my distance, but I'm guessing it's about somewhere between 2 and 3 miles that we've gone so far. We're about done. Got another block or 2 to go. Oh yeah, here's a car coming up behind me. I'm gonna get over to the side, get up on the up on the curve. Oh, okay, they're not coming this way, so when someone passes me, I want to get up on the curb because they might lose control and slide right into me. I don't want that. All right, I think I'm gonna walk up to St. Mary's Church up here, and then I'll end the video once we get to the church. And I think this is a great way to end the video because it's such a beautiful view of that church going down this road in the snow. It's such a rare view that so few people get to see, and so many people go to this church. It's the most popular church in this town, in this county by far, and so many people see this view on a regular, every week. They come up this road and go to this church. And so because this video in particular is more geared to the community members, I'm going to end my video by walking up this road to the church. We'll talk about the church a little bit, but I just want to show you this view and the steps of the church and how they seem to be still covered with snow, and just it looks like a hill. I think the snow has melted slightly, so it may not, somebody may have been out there shoveling it. I can't tell yet, but we're gonna get up there and just have a look. But I know that earlier, before anyone had shoveled the steps of the front of the church, on the front of the church, it was just the snow and sleet had completely covered the steps, and so you could literally slide down those steps, sled down the steps on your butt, and never touch concrete while going over the steps. Stay on slick ice. Don't try to pet that little chihuahua. He will bite your finger, and don't ask me how I know, but don't let your kids stick their fingers through that fence. Little doggy likes fingers. All right. So slick right here, so slick. No way they could have school today. The school over there. Yeah, so I can see the indentions. Y'all can't quite see it yet, but with the naked eye I can see that people have been sledding down from the front porch of the church down these steps. People have been sliding down, sledding down these steps. And I'll get up here to where you can see. So there's steps here. Oh, we're gonna get up them. Ugh. And then here we are, the front of the church, and look at this. People have been up here sitting down, sledding down the steps. Isn't that interesting? Okay. I'll put my trekking poles right here temporarily. Take my gloves off so I can take my helmet off and let y'all see me. And I'm gonna say that I appreciate having y'all along. It's an honor to be able to provide y'all with such a unique view on such a unique day here in Gainesville, Texas. Here in this part of Texas, we don't get snow every year that sticks like this, and it's very rare. I can't remember the snow sticking this long. It's always different. Every time, the very rare occasions when we do get snow, it's different. In 2021, 4 or 5 years ago, we got a lot of snow. It got down to -8 degrees, but this is a different situation because that was all snow. Most of this is sleet, and so it's different. It makes the roads more hazardous. More of it fell. It's sticking longer. So this is a unique event, but it was a pleasure to have y'all with me. And if you enjoyed it, then be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to enjoy more videos like this. I have lots of different kinds of videos. Some of them are more popular than others. I suspect this one won't be quite as popular because the audience isn't as broad as the appeal of some of my other videos, but I enjoyed making the video nonetheless. I want you to know that today was January 28th, 2026. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.